Hey guys, welcome to Nerdcast, where we nerd out about various things. Today I have Gurmeet with me, and we are going to discuss why MBA. So my question now is, okay, you have applied for the college, all that you have done your research. Now, when it comes to results, okay, when did you get started getting all the results? Was there on the spot your interviews and when they'll tell you that you're in or not in, or it's like your interview is done, they will assess it based on your interview, or they'll record it, show it to their faculty and all that, or it was like they will provide you by 7 days by mail or anything like that.
Yeah. So basically, the interviews, by the way, were taken by the faculties only. So तुम्हारा जब interview हो जाता है तो interviews are also assigned some score writing which we are not allowed to see obviously.
Okay.
And then
Of course.
दोबारा list निकलती है which add the score of the interview to your other scores again.
Okay.
तो तुम्हारा again CAT का score and like 10th and 12th and undergraduate वगैरह के हिसाब से दोबारा उनकी जो list होती है तो it's not purely interview based. Your selection में बस एक मतलब 50% वेटेज टू योर इंटरव्यू, बाकी 50% इज स्टिल योर स्कोर्स एंड एवरीथिंग, योर पास्ट परफॉर्मेंस, तुम्हारे पुराने पाप जो भी है, अगर तुमने धो दिए तो वेल एंड गुड, नहीं धुले तो वो तुम्हारा रैंकिंग डिक्रीज ही करेंगे इवन इफ योर इंटरव्यू वाज एक्सेप्शनली गुड.
Okay, one more question I'll add. What was the most common question asked, and what was the most, the different question asked? Like nobody on the interview list asked you that question, but this specific college asked you this. And what was the most common question?
Okay, so to be
Except
honest,
for tell me about yourself.
yeah, I think to be honest, everyone had a very similar set of interview question, like what your background was, and especially for me, it was like why leaving computer science and going for an MBA.
Yeah. Why did
So
you
that,
change your field, right?
yeah,
Basically.
exactly. Yeah, why the change in field, and especially if some other colleges ask me for the reason behind the gap in the year,
Yeah.
like why so many years in undergraduate, and apart from that, the most exceptional interview that I would say was FMS का interview because वो 5 मिनट में खत्म हुआ था, and the entire interview was like, hi Gurmeet, tell me about yourself. And then while I was telling about myself, they noticed my finger, like the rings, and then the discussion was about rings and astrology.
Okay.
And thank you. So the point is, in these interviews, they're not trying to access your intelligence or your what you call your knowledge or anything. What they are trying to access is your quick thinking. How are you replying? How is your methodology of talking and replying to answers and way of thinking. So they're not looking at whether you know the answer to things. They're looking at how you're approaching those questions.
Okay.
So, and most of the colleges were like this, except for I am Lucknow, which was more of a chess interview. So they were just specifically trying to roast me, calling me nalayak and all of that. They just put me on the verge of crying at that moment. And I really just decided not to go to that college no matter what. So yeah, so that was an exceptional interview. But apart from that, all others were very positive, very cheerful. And as long as you went in with a smile, with a confident, and if you didn't know any answer, it was completely fine. I remember what you call in I am Ahmedabad interview, they asked me about greenwashing, which is a very common term, by the way. Like greenwashing is basically green marketing, but greenwashing the person about it. And I didn't realize, I couldn't get the context of what greenwashing is, and I just said that I don't know the topic. And the interviewer was like, "You are a marketing enthusiast, you should have known it, but okay, this is greenwashing." He told me the definition. It's like, now you know the definition. Now tell me about where it has been used by companies. What example can you give? Can just talk about it. So they were not, they didn't berate me or anything. So it's very positive. They just want to see how you approach things.
So,
Yeah,
how
so
many
that was,
colleges did you apply to, and how many college you got accepted in? And
yeah.
what was did you finalize your college after getting accepted, or it was just the decision when were you shortlisting your colleges? Did you actually decide then, or after you getting the acceptance or admission to them?
So basically, I had applied to 10 colleges in total, which were from the top 6 I am.
Okay.
which are Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore, Kozhikode. So 6 I am. Apart from that, I applied to FMS and I applied to 3 IITs, the top 3 IITs, which is Delhi, Bombay, and Kharagpur. So these were the 10 colleges that I applied to. And मेरे इंटरनली मैंने अपनी रैंकिंग ऑलरेडी सेट कर रखी थी कि मेरे को जैसे आएंगे तो मेरी रैंकिंग व्हिच वाज सेट वाज बेसिकली अहमदाबाद एफएमएस so and then it was like Bangalore and Calcutta and then it was like other like Indore, Kozhikode, Lucknow.
Basically you started with like tier 1 colleges first, then the the
only exception from other people, like normally people do like Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, but the only reason that FMS was at the same place was because firstly marketing and secondly ROI. FMS had a fees of 2 lakh rupees compared to 24 lakh for IIM Ahmedabad for same placement, so at like let me put it at the same level. So पहले तो ये था, तो basically I had applied to tier 10. I got an interview call from everyone except for Bangalore and Kozhikode. So I got an interview call and IIT Kharagpur, because IIT Kharagpur had a weird CGPA का minimum CGPA का criteria था. तो तीन, तो basically out of the 10 I got an interview shortlist from 7 of them, and out of them I was selected by like the final selection process was I got selected in 2 of them like confirmed, and I was waitlisted in a few of them. तो basically जैसे अहमदाबाद का एक वेटलिस्ट रह गया था, तो या वो सब था, बट कंफर्म लाइक एफएमएस एंड आईएम इंदौर, तो पहले आईएम इंदौर में हो गया था एंड आई हैड लाइक गिवन द एडमिशन फीस एंड एवरीथिंग, बट देन बाय द नेक्स्ट लिस्ट मेरा एफएमएस में भी आ गया था नाम, so that's when I withdrew from IIM Indore and went for FMS Delhi.
Okay. So now let's say you selected in the college FMS Delhi, right? So did they have any prerequisites like do this before coming, or they had like very chill environment or something like that? Like what was your experience before going to the college, like and after going through your whole course?
Okay, so what I'm going to say that they don't have any prerequisites or anything.
Okay.
The only prerequisite is that you need to just forget sleeping for a while.
Okay. So you have to work very hard.
Yeah, so it's a very mind-numbingly like hectic schedule.
Okay.
Once you start with the college, especially right from the induction itself, because you are very heavily focused on the placement. Like academics are your second priority. Once you join in an MBA, it's the same with any of the IM, and it's not at all what you have seen in 2 states where you are like lo chai ufas chal raha and like gaane chal rahe. It's nothing like that, because from the first day itself you have a lot of projects and assignments and activities to do. You have to start preparing, you have to start finalizing your CV, you have to start you have to basically from the very first day you have to start mailing your professors and please asking them to confirm your CV point. तो तुम्हारा like इतना hectic schedule हो जाता है कि until your summer placements happen, you have to just forget sleeping for a while. Like 4-5 घंटे भी सो गए बहुत है. Like it's a very good sleep if you get to sleep for 4-5 hours. For until your summer placements happen and then you get placed in summers. And एक बारी तुम्हारी summer placements हो जाती है, then you are like pretty chill. Then you can get back to focusing on your academics, because then तुम्हारे semester exams आने वाले होते हैं. So अब तुमको वो भी like tackle करना है.
You have to focus on exams as well, right? Because companies will have criteria of their own, just like the colleges.
So the thing is, summer placements के time तो exam हुए नहीं होते हैं. तो जो समर की प्लेसमेंट होती है इसमें कंपनी फिर से तुम्हारे पुराने स्कोर ही देखती है. तो समर प्लेसमेंट में भी तुम्हारे पुराने पाप नहीं धुले होते. लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ कंपनी डिडंट शॉर्टलिस्ट मी बिकॉज ऑफ माय अंडर ग्रेजुएट सीजीपीए, जो कि मेरे हाथ में अब नहीं था. लाइक मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता था उसके बारे में, राइट. तो बट द पॉइंट इज दैट तुम्हारे फर्स्ट 2 सेमेस्टर्स की जो सीजीपीए है, that is going to be useful in your during your third semester के time पर
internships, right? Or
final placements.
Okay.
Which is in
so MBA is of 3 semesters or 4?
MBA is of 4 semesters.
4 semesters, okay.
फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में तुम्हारे समर प्लेसमेंट होती है एंड थर्ड सेमेस्टर में तुम्हारी फाइनल प्लेसमेंट होती है.
ओके.
So that is the system. And third semester के एंड में हो रही होती है like वो फाइनल प्लेसमेंट. Not sorry. I'm sorry, actually fourth semester में फाइनल प्लेसमेंट होती है because दिसंबर में फाइनल प्लेसमेंट होती है हमारी. which was like fourth semester start हो गया था तब तक. It was
Okay,
just right
so
when the fourth semester
so
started.
what was your experience throughout the college? Like you started talking with the first few days. Okay, now
Yeah.
what was your experience through the people you met, the professors you met, how supportive they were, all
Yeah.
this?
So what I'm going to say is that the way of how classes are handled in MBA is very different from your engineering or
Yeah.
any other thing, because the first rule in MBA, there is no right answer, right?
Yeah, exactly. There are
How
multiple ways to approach
multiple
anything.
ways to approach anything. Yeah. So for example, मैं छोटा सा एग्जांपल दूंगा. If I say कि Apple ने iPhone की ये स्ट्रैटेजी करी प्राइसिंग की, लेकिन वो कोई और स्ट्रैटेजी भी कर सकता था. ये सक्सेसफुल हो गई, वेल एंड गुड. So the point is, your every class is basically full of interaction that you do with your teachers. It's like the more you're interacting with the teacher, the more you're actually involving yourself in the class, and the more teachers know you, it's what actually leads you to a better environment.
Okay.
Secondly, your MBA is full of like a lot of corporate competition from different companies that you participate in, a lot of assignment that you do, and each and every one of them are group based. So there's a lot of group camaraderie that happens. You start finding out people that you vibe well with. Ki suppose
Basically,
karo,
they teach you how to work in a team, right? Like
in a team,
even if they are
exactly,
not
and
manageable,
making the
right?
team, leading the team, exactly. So छोटा सा example, if I participate in any corporate competition, so I know, okay, marketing वाला part मैं संभाल लूंगा. I need a finance वाला बंदा, I need a operations वाला बंदा जो कि मेरे लिए supply chain के लिए कुछ बोल सकता है, and I will make a team accordingly. कि चलो, this way we can participate in the corporate competition. So that way you kind of end up finding the right people for you, making those sorts of groups, working together. And the thing is, especially from the induction itself, where every day you are given multiple assignments, and for each assignment you are given a different set of people to make a group that night itself and submit it within the morning.
Wow.
So for the first week of induction, where you are given all of the different assignments, you basically end up knowing each and every one in that batch.
Okay.
बिकॉज तुम साइकिल कर करके तुम्हारे इतने ग्रुप में तुमने काम कर लिया होता है कि हर रात को तुम नए 4 ग्रुप में काम कर रहे हो. तो बाय द एंड ऑफ द वीक यू हैव नोन ऑलमोस्ट एवरीवन इन द बैच, एवरीवन नोस यू. तो दैट वे इट्स अ वेरी डिफरेंट एनवायरनमेंट फ्रॉम इंजीनियरिंग, वेयर तुम सेक्लूड अपने आप को सेक्लूड करने में तुमको देर नहीं लगती. आईआईटी में स्पेशली,
And when it comes to like teamwork, the only thing we are supposed to team in a project max or a research paper.
रिसर्च पे, और वो भी जरूरी भी नहीं होता था. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल इन माय यूजी इट वाजंट इवन मैंडेटरी कि वो ग्रुप में करना है.
ओके सो बेसिकली सोलो भी कर सकते हैं, राइट?
या, एंड तो आई नेवर हैड अ सिंगल ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट और ग्रुप असाइनमेंट इवन इन माय यूजी, एंड इट वाज वेरी इजी टू सेक्लूड योरसेल्फ बिकॉज़ 1200 का बैच है, तुम अकेले ही अपने आप को कर देते हो. कंपेयर टू दैट यहाँ पर व्हेन 240 का बैच है, एंड देन देयर आर सो मेनी सोसाइटीज, सो मेनी इन्वॉल्विंग थिंग्स, you start to, you, even as an introvert, you are pushed towards extroversion, you are pushed towards going out and talking to people. And also another thing, इतने प्रेजेंटेशन तुमको देने हैं हर क्लास में, हर सब्जेक्ट में, तुम्हारा चेस्ट राइट चला जाता है. you are used to giving presentation by the end of the 2 years.
That's good.
So basically a lot of development in terms of
a lot of interactions with a lot of people, including teaching you how to work in a team, right?
Yeah, team building, presenting to like 100, like अगर 100 का बैच है, सपोज 200 का बैच है, एंड तुम्हारे सेक्शन में 100 बच्चे बैठे हैं, देन तुमको 100 लोगों को प्रेजेंट करना है. तो बाय द एंड ऑफ द ईयर यू आर लाइक, अरे अब मैं कैसा भी बोल लूंगा ना, मुझे लाइक आई डोंट केयर अबाउट बीइंग जज. So like you can just stand in front of the class and just talk about anything. So that way you get the confidence in speaking and all of that.
Okay, so we are done with the course, right? Now the last part is placements. How were your placements? How did you prepare for them? Also, does any like professors or student have impact on you based on your placements, like friends? Did you prepare with your friends or did you prepare solo? And which company you applied to?
Okay. So basically, what the concept of IIMs and FMS has it, like you have to apply to every company, like not mandatory, but like you are suggested that you should apply to every company, because it's like the moment you get placed, you're out of the system, like that's the entire thing. So and the companies come in the order of your CTCs and your the fame that they have, some companies are tier 1, they may give less CTC, but they're more famous for more growth, like more growth oriented. So उस तरीके से आता है. So you are suggested to just apply to every company. So that is one thing. How I prepared for it was, so preparation started from day one itself when you are like working.
No, what I mean by this question is like, did you prepare anything specific for a specific company? Yeah.
No, so basically what happened more, it was more like preparing in general, like for example, product management की preparation करना है. So you need to learn how to solve those cases. Consulting के लिए prepare करना है, you need to learn how to solve profitability के cases हो गए और other type के cases हो गए. तो you need to learn how to solve them. So most of them were like practice based कि मैंने पकड़ लिया
basically case study, right? Case study.
Like so these are not cases, case studies, these are cases. For example, इंटरव्यू ऐसे होगा कि यू आर लाइक मैं इंटरव्यू ले रहा हूँ, तो आई जस्ट से कि सपोज करो कि यू हैव अ क्लाइंट व्हिच इज वर्किंग इन XYZ इंडस्ट्री और उसकी यहाँ पर प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी नहीं हो रही है.
ओके,
सॉल्व करना है. नाउ दिस इज योर एंटायर क्वेश्चन. सो दैट यू लर्न हाउ टू सॉल्व दी टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चन. एंड सेम थिंग प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट में कि मैं स्पॉटिफाई हूँ, मेरे को स्पॉटिफाई में ग्रोथ करनी है. So that then you figure out, you solve those cases. So that you learn all doing that in your first year itself, like in your like with induction session से तुम सीखना शुरू करते हो. Then you practice, do all-nighter sessions and all of that. And major preparation वही था, like preparing for cases, preparing and company specific. तुम बस ये है कि तुम उस company की business model देख करते हो. Like that's the only thing.
So it's a lot easier. Not very complicated, and because it's a business program, they just prepare you for the industry, right?
For the industry, yeah. तो mainly तुम cases prepare करने हैं, तुमको उसकी practice रखनी है कि at the tip of your hand. For example, Microsoft के मेरे interview में they were very interested in integrating AI into my cases because मैंने machine learning में project किया था. तो they were interested कि तुम natural language processing Spotify में डालो, कैसे डालोगे. So like that was one of the questions that they gave me. So that way, and in my final placement मेरा सिर्फ एक ही इंटरव्यू, इट वाज माय फर्स्ट इंटरव्यू, फर्स्ट शॉर्टलिस्ट तो था मेरा एशियन पेंट में ही था, एंड दैट आई क्लियर. तो उसमें भी बेसिकली द एंटायर इंटरव्यू वाज अराउंड बेसिकली कि एक एरिया में सेल्स कम हो रही है, तो हाउ डू यू अप्रोच इट. देन उस एरिया में नए प्रोडक्ट की मार्केटिंग करनी है, तो हाउ डू यू बी मैन, लाइक हाउ वुड यू डू इट एज अ सेल्स मैनेजर, एज अ मार्केटिंग मैनेजर. तो मोस्टली रोल प्ले बेस्ड टाइप के क्वेश्चंस होते हैं कि यू आर गिवन दिस रोल एंड देन हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू हैंडल दैट.
बेसिकली दे पुट यू इन अ situation and they want to know how you're going to handle it. And
yeah, because they are actually in the end hiring managers, right?
Yeah,
which are basically are going to be there for crisis only. Day to day काम तो तुम्हारी बाकी टीम कर रही होती है, मैनेजर तो there for the crisis only ना. जब काम खराब जा रहा हो तभी हमको संभालना है उस चीज को. ठीक तो अपने वैसे ही चल रहा. So that was it. Placement were pretty good, to be honest. They went much better than last year, obviously. So our average placement was around 32 LPA, which is like pretty good actually. So, and I think it's the same like Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta and FMS are like on the same, like they are at par, except for like for example अगर तुम finance specific देखोगे तो Calcutta will do better. Marketing specific देखोगे तो FMS did better. तो वैसे specifically different है, but overall they are at the same level.
Okay. So this is it from today's video. See you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you.